Oh guys, our German black rams have finally spawned. Guys, that's eggs right there. That's probably only 100 to 200 eggs, not a ton of eggs. Hey guys, it's 2 a.m. We're about to go in the fish room. I couldn't sleep, so I figured we'll just take a look at some fish real quick. Let me go ahead and turn on all the lights. So here's the garage. We have about 20 tanks in here. Let me turn on the lights so we can see everything. I have all of mine on a smart switch, so I'm able to turn them on pretty easily. There are those lights just with the click of a button, and then all the tanks over here, we have the same thing. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, they're just now waking up. Look at these fish. Now we have about 20 angelfish in here. They're all juvenile, as you can see. They're all just now waking up. Look at this itty bitty one. He's so tiny. And here's a marbled one, black with a lot of white on him. Some good looking fish. They really are. We have about 20 angels. They're all for sale on the website. In this tank, we also have the Akara, which is a, oh, here's one right there. See him right there? He's snoozing. Now these are called the Akara. They don't get terribly big. They would be a great choice for a community tank. And they are a rare cichlid. So these guys are pretty rare. You don't see them in the USA too often. We have them for sale on our website. We met a local hobbyist that has like 100 of them. He did a great job at breeding them inside his tank. So these are tank bred. Look at that guy. Now, Akara actually means, kind of to an extent, the happy cichlid. So if we get a close up at the front of his face, the way the lines are on its face make it look like it's smiling. Let me go around to the back and I'll show you. All right, let's see if we can sneak up on some fish here. Oh, look at this little bitty angel. And you get some more food to get him growing. Oh, here's one right here. Look at him, look at his little face. It's hard to see his smile. Here's another one. Oh, this is one eye. This is the one that was born with only one eye. As you can see, this side of his eye is gone. So he has one eye on the other side. So he's listed as a discount, just because he's a little special. But they're mainly snoozing. A lot of them hide in that cave right there. But let's just check on all the fish. Let's see how we're doing. Down here we have the baby jewel cichlids. Oh, they are awake. They are wanting some food. We're gonna feed them here in a second. Now, if you look down here, we probably have 200 baby jewel cichlids. They're doing a great job at growing up. They're a few weeks old already, so they're starting to put some good size on them. They're free swimming. I don't gotta worry if I miss a feeding. On the first few days of birth, any fish, if you miss a feeding, you can wipe out like all your babies. So it's very important within the first few days of feeding that they get all their feedings 3 to 5 times a day. Now I can kind of relax, and I don't have to worry about that as much. Still trying to feed these guys very, very regularly, because that's how they grow big and healthy. But they're looking good. In this tank we have the opaline gourami. I just saw him go behind that sponge filter. He hides because there's not much in this tank, so they just don't feel very comfortable, because I only have like 1 zebra loach, 1 gourami, and I think 1 pandagara. So I need to get some more fish so they just feel comfortable in numbers. And here we have, oh, there's the German blue ram back there, if you can see him. We have 1 left, working on getting some more, but currently we only have 1 German blue. And then I think we have a pandagara in here. I know one of them jumped over, so now I had to make sure I have all these lids, because pandagaras do jump. In here, oh, look at this beautiful fish. These are the killifish. These are the gardener eye killifish. So you can easily tell the male, he's the more colorful one, and then the female is the less colorful one. But a really good looking fish. Like, I don't know why these aren't more popular in the hobby, because they are gorgeous, they're friendly, they spawn all the time, so it's easy to breed. It's a good breeding project, it's fun. Look at them, and they're just so beautiful. They're good looking fish, like a really good looking fish. Oh, the angels are starting to come up. Look, they're starting to notice me. They're like, feed me, I'm hungry. Look at them. Oh gosh, they are looking good. Now, we got 6 of them from a club auction, but we got another 20 of them. These ones here. These ones we got from a local hobbyist, just about a couple hours away, and we bought some off of him because he just does a great job breeding these angels. Like, these angels are looking in very good condition when he brought them over. They're looking very healthy. And baby angels, they're just so adorable. All right, down here in one of our bottom tanks, we have our clown killifish. And after I give you guys a look at all the fish, we're actually gonna take this spawning mop out and we're gonna see if there's any eggs. I take out the spawning mop every single day and there's always a handful. Oh, look at his blue eyes. The male has these bright, like almost glowing blue eyes. But clown killifish, they're also known as rocket killies. They are jumpers, but they lay eggs almost every single day in the spawning mop. And I'll show you how I pick those eggs out and what I do with them. But there's 12 clown killifish in here right now. Over here we have a pretty cool fish. This is an electric blue ram mixed with a gold ram. So I have 3 of these crossbred ones. They're juveniles. This is probably the oldest one, probably a male. Really cool. Oh, there's another one over there, as you can see, right? So I have 3 in total hanging out in this tank, growing out. This one's still young. You can see he doesn't have much color on him yet, so he's still growing up. This one is just a little bit older, and you can already see some of that gold and blue in them. But really cool, really good looking fish, especially once they mature. In this tank here, we have the wrestling half-beak, which you can see him all the way in the back. He just swam behind that algae back there. But this fish is a really cool oddball fish. They are a micro predator. They mainly hunt insects at the surface of the water, but they swim all layers of the tank. Oh, and down here up front, you can see some koi loaches swimming around. So we got koi loaches in here. Oh, he's going around. Oh, he got the zoomies. And then we have the wrestling half-beak, as you saw all the way in the back of the tank. Really cool live-bearing fish, the wrestling half-beak. They can do well in a community tank. They are micro predators, so they're gonna munch on really small things, but they themselves stay pretty small. Oh, here's all the coolies just running around. In this tank here, we have the peacock gudgeons. We have 5 of them in here. Now, I'm trying to breed these guys. We got these from a local hobbyist as well. Now, what they do is the females will find a cave and then kind of hide in it. So I put a cave here. And then the males would come up and the males would dance for the female. And if the female likes what it sees, it's gonna let the male in and they're gonna do their thing and then they're gonna lay eggs and the male is gonna stay back and ferociously guard the cave and the eggs. So I don't see anybody guarding the cave, so that tells me there's probably no spawning action happening yet. But we'll keep feeding them and see if that can happen soon. All right, so this other rack over here, this is another 40 gallon. In here we have 13 female carbensis. So they're all female, and I need to have more dither fish because, as you see, you can't even see them. They're all hiding. And so if I come, oh, right here, you see him up there? See him peeking his head on top of the rock? Oh, I guess that's a female carbensis. They are a dwarf cichlid. In my opinion, the females actually color up a lot more. Oh, here's another good look. The females color up a lot more than the males. The females get this really dark purple belly, and they have like yellow fin. Oh, here's another one coming out. They're saying hello. Oh, a little sketched out. He's like, I'm not sure. But there's 13 in here, so we have a ton. They hide within this Java moss and the subwasser tank. They hide on the other side of this rock here. So we got a good bit of them back there. Oh guys, our German black rams have finally spawned. Guys, that's eggs right there. That's probably only 100 to 200 eggs, not a ton of eggs, but we have eggs. Gosh, I was waiting so long for this to happen, and here we are. All right, so I'm gonna have to take these eggs out because they are not the greatest parents. And then once I take them out, I guess I'm gonna show you what I do with them now, because I don't want them to eat them because they've laid eggs almost every week and they eat them every single time. And so I'm trying to raise them up. So I'm gonna show you how I do that. by taking them out. Okay, so right there in that suction cup, so that's the suction cup that's attached to the heater. So they like, German black rams and most rams in general, like to lay eggs on a dark surface. And so, you know, I put this pot here and I thought they would lay inside this pot because it's dark, but no, they choose the smaller thing that I didn't even think of. And that happens all the time. So what I'm gonna do, my German black rams so far haven't been the best parents, and honestly, they're not good parents right now. There should be someone over there protecting it, and at the same time, aerating it so it doesn't fungus over and go bad. And so they kind of already forgot about this. I think they're kind of looking for it, right? I think they woke up and was like, hey, where are my eggs? And they're kind of looking for it. And I think they forgot that they put it up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take them out, and I'm gonna show you how I do that. So first I'm gonna take just a container of water and I'm gonna fill it up with actually tank water here. All right, so I got a little bit of tank water. Oh, there you go. So now that's actually the male. The male is on top of the eggs. He's not eating them. That's a good sign. He was trying to aerate them, and now I think he's trying to protect the area. But the female does not seem to be there to continuously aerate the eggs. So I'm gonna take it out. All right, let's see if we can get these eggs. Oh, it's a tight fit. Oh, I lost some eggs. Okay, so some eggs floated up. Not a big deal. Alright, trying to catch all the eggs. Some of them fell. That's okay. Okay, so if you want to raise German black or German blue or any type of rams, where you take them out of the tank, this is kind of how I'd recommend doing it because I kind of have success from the last time. All right, so as you can see, there's a good bit of eggs on the inside of that suction cup. Now, what I want to do is I want to add some methylene blue to this container. And the reason why is methylene blue is going to help make sure that more of them hatch by preventing the eggs from getting fungus on them. So I'm taking a look at them. I can see little black dots in most of them. So I think most of them are fertilized. Some of them probably aren't. Some of them are probably already going to go bad. I can see one all the way over there. It's a bright white, so that one's already bad. It wasn't fertilized. But I'm going to go ahead and put some methylene blue in there now. So this is what I use to help prevent it from fungusing. Just methylene blue from Cordon. And this is going to help keep our eggs nice and safe. So I just grab like a little pipette, open up the methylene blue, and I don't even suction it up. I put it in there, and no suction, it just kind of coat it on the outside, and then I add it in here, and I'll stir it around. That's all you need just to tint the water blue. You don't need a ton. All right, that's looking good. Liking the way that looks. Now we're gonna add an air stone and kind of let it hang out. All right, so right here is my fry grow out system. So once the eggs hatch, they're gonna go in one of these trays to grow out so I can feed them and keep an eye on them and keep it nice and healthy. But these tray here, this tray right here with all the eggs, I'm actually gonna put in this tank just so it keeps warm. And so this is actually a shrimp tank. Now once I have the container in there, essentially the container's hanging in here like this, just so that the temperature of the tank here kind of keeps this container warm. And then I add an air stone just for a little bit extra aeration. And we're all set. So now the egg should hatch in about 48 hours. So 2 days from now, this thing should be hatched. We should have a bunch of little wigglers. and then maybe a day or two after that, I'm gonna add them to the fry system over here. Guys, I'm pretty excited about those German black ram babies. I can't wait to have them hatch out and grow. My last batch, 90% of them didn't make it just because I couldn't keep on top of feedings as much as I wanted to because my live foods, I was having trouble with some of those cultures. And I try to keep up a good routine, but some of the fish, when they're really first born, they just don't know how to eat yet. And so if they don't eat, they can just die off really quickly. So I have a ton of cultures going now, so this next batch I'm really excited for. All right, so great job, German black ram parents. You did amazing. Let's take a look at the rest of the fish. In here we have these Julie Corys, really good looking Corydora. We have a few in there. I'm hoping to get them spawning soon. I don't see any eggs. Is that eggs? Hold on, what's on the glass over there? No, that's, those are just little snails. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure those are just snails. I'm gonna put my hand in the tank and just double check. Are these snails or are these? Oh yeah, these are snails. These are all snails. Okay. All right, so those are just all snails. They haven't spawned yet. I have 4 of them in here. So hopefully I have male-female combination, which I'm sure I do. But I gotta get a closer look at them to make sure. All right, so let's see what's happening in this last rack here. Let's start at top. So up here we have the killifish as well. These are the Gardner eye killifish. Here's the female. The male is really colorful. He should show up here in a little bit. I don't see him at the moment. But the goal with this tank is to do kind of a hands-off breeding tank. So I put the Gardner eye killifish in here. There's a pair, 1 female, 1 male, and it's just an absolute jungle in here. And so the goal is that they'll lay eggs and they'll just hatch on their own, and with all this vegetation, hopefully I can have some survive, and so I should see more and more killifish as time goes on. I also have a few rare loaches in here. I have the fire-eyed loach. I just saw him swim over here, but he since darted to the back. But that's what we have going on in that tank. Over here we have the last, oh, there's the fire-eyed loach right there. You see him? Let's see if we can, oh no, he swam off right. Oh no, there he is. All right, you see him? He's gone. But they're little bitty. Oh, and there's the male Gardner eye killifish. Oh, it's hard to see him with the glare. Beautiful looking fish though. In this next tank we have baby swordtails, and then we also have a few pistogrammas. These are younger pistogrammas, waiting for them to grow a little bit more to be able to sex them. I'm pretty sure this is a male though. Pretty sure there's another male, and I think this one's a female. So I'm gonna wait till we see more spawning behavior to be really sure. But that's what we have going on in this tank. Over here, this is just red relly. There are hundreds of red relly shrimp. Red relly are Neocaridina shrimp, so they're really easy to take care of. If you can take care of cherry shrimp, you can take care of these shrimp because they're Neocaridina as well, and they're one of the easier shrimp to take care of. If you can also see these little specks floating around, I have Moina in here. Moina is, I think they're in the Daphnia family, and they're just a little bit smaller than Daphnia. And so I'm trying to culture some of that. Hopefully I get a ton of Moina living with my red relly. That'll be great. And here, this is the live bearer tank. So this is a line of fish that I'm actually working on. I have rainbow endlers, which you can see one here, and I'm mixing them with fancy female guppies. And I'm getting these little juveniles, tons of them. There's 30, 40, 50 fish in here, but they're all babies. Like here's a couple babies down here. And whenever they grow up and mature, the colors are so beautiful. Between the rainbow endler and whatever colors the guppy had, it just turns out to be a beautiful fish. We don't have any adults right now because we sold them all, but once these grow up, in just a few months we'll start to see some color to see exactly how beautiful they'll be. Down here is the fry system. So this is kind of just modeled off of Dean's fry system that's all over YouTube. So essentially I have a water pump that goes up and then splits 3 ways to traditional airline tubing. This airline tubing then comes down and drips in. As you can see, it's dripping in a good bit, and it drips into each of these tubs. Each of these tubs then have a cutout with a sponge put in place so that overflow can go out. So they're constantly getting a new supply of water from down here to kind of keep their container healthy as possible. In here we have German black rams. So we have only one baby made it, but he's already a couple weeks old. So he's getting some size on him, he or she. But only have the one, unfortunately. But I check on him every single day, and he's still doing great. In here, this is where the clown killifish are going. I'll show you their hatch out box here in a second. Once they hatch, they go in here. I do have some in the container inside, and I gotta check on them, but once they hatch, I'm gonna put them in here, and it's the same system. They have water coming out, it goes through that overflow, that sponge makes sure the fish don't overflow, and then you're good. This one is empty, nothing's in here yet. I'm thinking about putting the corridoras in here once I get them to breed, or any other fish that lay eggs and hatch and have really small babies, I'll put in here. Down here, we actually have an endangered cichlid. These are pretty cool, and these are called the yellow convict. Now, they're not as aggressive as the traditional convict. Let me get, my shirt is causing a glare. See if I can get a good look. The light isn't the greatest here because we have those tubs above, but these are really cool, very interesting fish, very intelligent, and they're actually a lot more peaceful than the traditional convict is. And so I can't wait to breed some of these. I got 4 or 5 of them, or 6 of them. I forget how many I got to count. Well, there's 4 right here, so I think I got 4 of them. But they're looking very good. They explore 24/7, and they really like eating snails, which I wasn't expecting. So you see all these snail shells down here? They'll wait till the snail comes out of its shell, and then they just start pecking at it. And they just do that repeatedly, and so they really like munching on snails, which is kind of interesting. And they kind of ignore some of the flake food that I give them. So I have to feed them with live food, and frozen food is what they prefer, and snails apparently. Oh, here's some of those Endler guppy hybrids I was talking about. Look at that beautiful thing. He's just now starting to color up. He's looking great. Down here at the very bottom, we got our Bolivian rams. These are our baby Bolivian rams that we've been growing up. Also have a few guppies that are retired that are going in here. But you can see here's one of the Bolivian rams. Oh, here's another Bolivian ram. Oh, there's another Bolivian ram. There's another one back there. But they're starting to get some size on them. They're starting to look pretty good. I'm liking the way these Bolivian rams are looking. I just got to keep on top of feeding, and they'll stay very happy and grow very quickly. Bolivian rams are another really cool dwarf cichlid. I love looking at these guys. I love watching them swimming around and exploring the tank. Just a really cool fish. I forgot to tell you guys that where I put the German black ram eggs down here, this is the cherry shrimp. So these are where all my cherry shrimp are at. We're currently sold out, so the ones left are gonna rebuild my colony, so we're sold out of those, but the red Rilly shrimp are available. We have tons of those. Oh, look, there's the male Gardner eye killifish. Oh, is he not just beautiful? And they'll make great addition to a community tank. Really good looking fish. I love seeing these guys. All right, so my clown killies, the rocket fish, they're actually in here. This is where I put the eggs to kind of hatch out. And if we look down in here, you can see there's probably about 10 or so eggs down in there. You probably can't see with this camera, but all the way at the bottom, there's little tiny eggs. And what I do is I label it with what kind of fish, and then when I drop the eggs in here, because killifish, they can take weeks to hatch. They're not like German black rams or German blue rams where they take 48 hours. They take weeks. So I'd imagine beginning of January is when I'll see these guys start popping out. I can't wait for that. Oh guys, some of the female crabenzas came out. Look at these gals. They are gorgeous fish. Look at them. I gotta put these on the website here soon. Good looking fish though. All right guys, that's gonna wrap up today's walkthrough of the fish room. I'm gonna keep you guys up to date on the German black rams, the killifish, the angelfish, the jewel cichlids, all the projects we have going on. But I think it's time for me to get some coffee and take a shower. See you next time.